Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. I'm specifically not going to be looking at chat today because I'm practice slash real submission for, I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but the potentially submission for a charity run thing. So we'll see if I'm going to do it or not, but right now I'm kind of practicing for it, and first thing I need is a submission. So I'm going to practice that. So yeah, like I said, no chat today, so I'm not going to be watching it, but feel free to watch and enjoy. Alright, and let's begin. So starting off on this one, we're going to do it from a save file. Normally, you don't, because that's invalid if you don't, but there's certain randomness that happens in the game, and I want to make sure that that doesn't happen, because otherwise, this is the first trigger, which happens at time 0. Time 1 happens, and then it's that's what lets you know when the final one's going to happen, but T times 5 is the thing that's required to actually do a run, and so that's not guaranteed to happen. So luckily you don't know at times 5, you know at time T1, I guess I should say, but I could probably do a better explanation of that, what that means. So a trigger thing happens at a certain time. We'll call that time T. T times 5 is when the event that you need to occur happens. And so T can happen anywhere between 9 and 16 minutes. And at this point, I need to happen by the 5-minute mark. I should get more oxygen. Yeah, that can like completely ruin a run. And so I don't want to have to start over. And so that's why I'm doing it from a save. But yeah, unless I'm not getting all of the quartz. I think most runners do get all the quartz. I used to get 0 quartz and just do it later on. Now I'll grab some of them, but I'm still getting used to getting them a little bit early. I liked the idea of keeping more room for metal or something, or just like not wasting time getting them when I could get it much faster with the Sea Glide, which I'll have soon. Yeah, I'm kind of playing around with that. The idea is to get to here quickly, so I can get here. What's a single breath of air? I also grabbed the food and water early too, so I can eat it at this point in time. That's something different that most runners don't do. You'll notice throughout that I do things a bit differently than most runners, but not too far off. It's more of just little things here and there that I do differently. I was a little bit bad angle. There's one box there. I don't see any others. These bigger boxes, they're actually slightly bigger when you get more used to it. And they never have anything in them. Either they're empty or... See, that one's smaller. See how that one's a little bit bigger than this one? So this was actually a real box that will have a Sea Glide part in it. So that's how you can tell, even though you can't see the Sea Glide fragment. That's actually pretty lucky. This save file doesn't do very nicely with those, but there's more over here. So to try to go for like a PB, it's not as good, but in general it's fine. It's not a huge cost. I'm actually getting here before 3, which is really good for me, actually. Let's see, what do we got? 7? Okay. I want to have 9. 7's the minimum, but I like to have 9 so I can build a piece of glass at the base later on. And it still gives me enough room to bring everything else that I need. Every time you come in here, you always have to build a battery, which is actually really nice, because it's like you can build the battery while you're getting your bearings on which one am I doing right now. I actually didn't want to build all my metal. That's okay. I like to keep one and put it in the storage so I don't have to worry about that later, but it's not a big deal. Right now we're kind of getting the basic tools, so a knife, which I'm about to use, a tank so I can have more oxygen. Tank will slow you down, but not as long as you have a Sea Glide, so that's why we don't build it until we actually have the Sea Glide.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre.
I'll go and grab one of these. I like to leave some metal near here for towards the end of the game, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I only want 2 of these. So like I said, I had 7, and I want to get to 9, so that's... I'm ignoring everything else. Sorry, in the beginning of the run, she likes to talk a lot. Every time you interact with like new things, she wants to talk, and since you're doing things really quickly with new stuff... Yeah, see? She's still talking. Get on here. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we're just kind of getting the basic stuff to set up the base. Okay. You just need 4 table. 2 to build the fabricators, and also you need 2 to build a computer chip, so you can build the habitat builder. I probably could have grabbed an extra quartz. It doesn't hurt to have an extra, honestly, because later on that's what you're hurting for. I wouldn't say hurting for, but of the common things, that's what you're hurting for. Like, I'll go and grab that one, why not? There's this. This is slightly risky. It's not really risky. Again, with your sea glide, you're so fast, so I'd say, like, I had tons of time here. I actually wouldn't mind having another metal. I'll grab this one. Okay, how much does that put me at? 3? Oh, 3, okay. I'm definitely good. You have to bring 10 with you in a metal. I know I have at least 2 in the storage, so we're fine there. Okay, so this is kind of the 3rd time in here. Again, we're building a battery, because we always do. Copper, and so we need the computer chip and the wiring kit. This is just for the builder. I'm not going to convert all the metal. You'll see why in a second. I'm going to keep one of them there, so I'm only going to convert 2 of them. I'm going to do the builder, and now we're ready to go, so I want to grab everything that's essential. And then I need at least 2 copper, so. And lead you always have too much of. You do need 9 lead, but you need so much silver and gold that you'll get way more lead than you'll ever need. So if there's ever an option to dump something, lead is almost always the choice. Okay, so this is the main difference between me and other runners, is I like to put my base way out here. I'm not convinced that it's slower, I'm not convinced that it's faster, but right now I really like it, so this is what we're doing. Right now my splits are going against my personal best. I actually had a really good beginning whenever I PB'd, so that's what you're saying. I'm not too worried about it. Oops.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm going to do my split now. Okay. So I like to build the solar panels before I build the hatch so that I have enough power so I can actually build stuff as I'm building the interior here. So there you saw me convert the metal, so now I already have the rest of the titanium that I'm going to need, and then I build the fiber, which I'm going to use in a little bit, and then also another piece of glass, which again I'm going to use in a little bit. I'm actually not going to use it right now, but I'm going to keep it with me so it's on me, so I build things faster when I come right back. So this next segment I like to call this lower, because I'm kind of doing the lower part of this cave system here. I missed that, but that's fine. There's generally plenty of options to grab everything. The main thing here is that you're watching out and seeing stuff and just grabbing things about as fast as you can. I usually don't like to double back like that. I've already done it twice. I usually don't like doing that, but it's not a huge time waste. It's just if you do it too much, it can really add up. This beginning area is really make or break run. It's surprising how much you succeed or fail on this. You do want to be careful getting too close to that and thermal vent, especially when it's going off. It can drain your life really fast. Getting hit by a little bit is fine, honestly, because by the time you actually need your health, it will a lot of it will have come back. But if it takes too much, then you will have to go out of your way to build another med kit. Not a huge time loss, but again, everything kind of adds up. And right now, trying to be fast, right? That's the whole point of it. Okay, I'm full up. Yeah, because I carry 2 things with me, sometimes that happens, but at this point I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so I want that in, dump all this, and then the builder, because I no longer need that right now. Oh, that's right, take my tank out so I can upgrade it, and while that's building, I'm going to build this piece for the rebreather. I'm going to dump all this because I can't actually build the rebreather yet until I've finished building that upgraded tank, but now that I've done it, I can build the rebreather, and that's why I had the fiber and then the metal that you saw me build. And the glass was for the upgraded tank, so that's what that was. I don't need the rebreather, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine, thank you. But I'd like to go ahead and build it. A lot of this speed run is just kind of optimizing things. If you can build while you're not waiting on it to finish, that's faster. It doesn't seem like much, but that stuff really adds up. And the way I like to do things is I've got it really prescribed out now at this point, and it's all kind of optimizing that as much as possible so that I'm not wasting time building while I'm waiting on stuff. I have 9, okay, 6 and 9, good. Alright, here's a little early mobile vehicle bay. These are, like, of the fragments that you have to get, they're probably the easiest to get. I'll take a free one of those. Right now, I've been going back and forth on how I want to do the beginning for myself. I do need 2 metal, so I'm kind of taking it from the stalkers, so I can't get teeth, but I'm about to get them some more. So it's one of the few things that I do that I'm not super happy with yet, but I need the 2 teeth so I can make this next piece here. Give me.
Increased local radiation levels.
Okay, that's the first trigger that you're hearing right here. What am I doing here? I just built.
During planet fall.
Okay, now I'm doing it. Sorry, I got lost for a second. Trying to talk. But yeah, that first trigger, that was T times 1, so that's, 9 minutes and so. And so now, that 9 minutes times 5 is when that one event happens that we have to have happen to be able to finish the run. Ah, they did not do that very well. Okay. Cool. Yeah, go out the door. So that's how we know that we're in an okay run and we can continue. But again, that can happen anywhere up to 16 minutes, and it's not fun just to be ready to complete the game and you just have to sit there and do absolutely nothing. Once it happens, I could do the rest of the run in about 9 minutes. That's the fastest I've done. So basically, whatever my target time is, subtract 9 from that, and then that's the time I need to have that T times 5 happen. And so then I take that time, divide it by 5, and that's how I know when I need to have that first trigger happen by. So that's kind of the math behind that. It sounds like a lot. It's really not that much. And then once you know your time period, then that's what you're doing. You're just waiting on that. No medals yet. This is surprising. Be friendly with metal, please. I think this particular save is not as friendly. Oh, this is actually lead, but that's alright. I'll take some extra titanium. That doesn't hurt. What do y'all do with all these metals?
Oh my god, they're having soup.
What? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pause this. 1 second. Sorry about that. I thought something was happening, but it's fine. So I'm going to unpause this, and we're going to continue. Okay. She was mentioning something I thought it had to do with like people or something, that something weird was happening. It had to do with some insects. So, not a big deal. So sorry about that. Hopefully this is still fine. We just kind of paused everything. This is just a kind of a practice submission anyway, so hopefully it's not a huge deal. This is really not friendly with metal over here. I know there's more metal up above. I'm just going to go grab some. Oh wow, it's all up here. Okay, I might need to incorporate this into my normal run. There's 4 pieces of metal up here. Okay, yeah, I'm checking that in the future. I'll grab this really quick. Like I said, this stuff's everywhere. Of all the things to get, this is the least. Okay, where's my doggo? There's a doggo. Hey, buddy. Actually, you can have this too. Again, see, I'm already full up on lead. I don't need any more. And I'm going to get a lot more. So, what am I doing? I'm building... So, at this point in time, I've got it prescribed down where I'm building all of my glass and copper wire. This way I can kind of compartmentalize things as far as when I need stuff. So that's all we're doing right now is we're just finishing building all of that. And then hopefully I have enough. If not, yeah, so I don't have enough, but that's fine. I can, it just lets me know. So I'm full up on everything there. And so now I'm going to toss everything in here. Take my counts. I've got 6 and 4, and I need a few more things. Okay, 6 and 4, 2 and 3. I'm going to get a little bit quiet here because I need to concentrate. What did I say? 6 and 4? I already forgot. In fact, this will be a good time to read off donations. I don't see anything. Six and 5. 6 and 6. 7 and 6. Thanks, buddy. 6, 8, and 6. It's not bad. 8 and 6. Come on, need some more. So yeah, now I'm doing all my counts. This is when counts actually matter. I actually don't think I needed that. I like this little flat spot, that's where I know where I'm at. So up here's the ridge I'm looking for. Is there metal up here? There's one. Okay, 8 and 6. I'm looking for specific counts. 6, 9, and 6. I still need some more, I think. 9 and 6. Yeah, definitely more. I'll keep it. I don't know if I needed it or not. I don't think I needed a third one, but that's alright. 9 and 6, 9 and 7. I need at least one more of those, preferably lots more. Where's my... well, I got lost. 7. I don't need that. Where are all these things? 9 and 7. There's one. I don't want lead though. I'm counting for silver and gold. That's what those counts are. 9 and 7. 10 and 7. 10 and 8. I don't need lead. 10 and 8. I can technically go off of this. It's really tight. Some of the improvements I've made to my own run, but... Oof, this is tight. Okay. 10 and 9 at least. Okay, that's better. I wouldn't mind at least one more. Otherwise, I'm already going to have to get some on the ion cache. Oh, these are all bad. Oh, there's a... I'll go down for this. Sometimes this is time wasting, but... Getting laser cutter is extremely important. These are sometimes can mess you up a little bit. Oops. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I got 2 more. Okay, so now we're gonna head back home. The whole point now is just to grab as much metal as we can. We can grab 3. I'm gonna go and crack this, and hopefully it's a titanium. Yes, it is. Good. I had room for one more. There's a metal. If you notice in the daytime, it's way easier to scan for metal. Metal's like a primary thing that you need. You need a lot of titanium ingots to finish the game. So you convert those into steel, and then you also need them so you can make teeth with. At least that's the way I use them. A new thing I've been doing. Are you okay, buddy? I'm gonna drop a couple here, just so these doggos have it too. Hoping it's going to increase the chances. I didn't hear you drop any teeth, but I really wish you would have. At this point in time, I am going to go ahead and collect a couple. How many do I got? 5? Okay, good. At this point in time, I like to bring in 5, so I can go ahead and make some of the titanium ingots. It's one of the more recent changes I've made to mine. Everybody else did it. I didn't do this for the longest time, so I wanted to have it for teeth, but I realized you don't actually need as many as I was leaving out there for teeth. And while I'm building the titanium ingots, which take longer to build, I can actually get stuff out of here, so this makes it fine. Yeah, still not as fast as I could be, but overall it saves time. I mean, I'm going to do those moves anyway, and so I can maybe do that a little bit better, but we're getting there. 2, 3... Oops. Forgot I didn't have all the silver that I needed. Usually I do. Oh yeah, there's nothing else. Okay. Put all that away. 5. Oh yeah, I need to make one of these. So I'm a little bit slow. I'm gonna bring one of these because I don't need that many. There we go. And then let's go ahead and dump you. I don't know why the sound's cutting a little bit. That's a little bit weird. I have no idea why. It's a little bit weird. This has honestly never happened, so I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and just continue anyway. I don't know if it's making things a little bit jankier or what, but it feels jankier. Switch batteries finally. This. And then I want my 3 here, and then I want... Oh, bring it down to 5. And what do I've got? 10? Perfect, okay. I'll keep 1 extra in here. No, I won't. Because I don't want it. Okay, let's go. That's actually a pretty good time leaving here, I will say. I'll dump you out here, though. I don't know why this is cutting it. This keeps continuing. I might just save it and then try to enter back in. Hopefully it stops, though. I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't take my counts, but I know I need... at least 1 silver. So I'm going to do a silver and then 4 gold. Okay, good. There's my silver. Getting silver before I go out is generally a lot easier. I do need at least 1 gold. I like to get it on the way. Wow, really? Okay, that's alright. There's other chances. I'm already here. I'll go and grab this. You can actually sneak in through here. I don't think that was intended by the game, but you can. But this wreck is really good because you can generally get all the recipes that you need for most everything else. So prop, cutter, get on in here. That was a little awkward. So you only need 2 props, so that's why I've already got that one. You need 3 cutters, so this should be the last one for this. And I think I still needed 1 for the mobile vehicle bay, which is right there. No, that's modification station. Oops. Here it is. I think it's the last one for this. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So we've got everything. Normally you have to go all the way around and in through that ship. So this is actually kind of a faster time if you happen to get everything at the top. Yeah, it's still cutting out, which is really weird. You know what? I am going to do this. Let's pause. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to exit. I'm going to just come back in. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm just going to quit the game for a second. Like I said, it's never happened. But it's pretty easy to launch and get back in. So I'm just going to do that really quick. Yeah, really weird. I've never had it cut out like that before, and especially continually. I've had like a little blip here and there every now and then, but generally no. Okay. Normally I like to grab the metal up here, but I was already right next to it, so I went ahead and grabbed it early. I do need gold still. I don't see any here. That's alright. We'll get it at the mountain. There's usually enough chances to get it, so I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, bad angle. That might have been from the save. Okay, make sure that's full. It is. Drink and eat all the stuff. I don't need you. I will hold on to the silver, though. Okay. Okay. You can hear the Reaper. He's actually on the other side there. You're going to hear him the whole time. That's kind of okay. Can we get lucky? Nope. That's alright. There's more chances. I'm going to go and grab this. Still not lucky. Okay. Still more chances. We're just getting into this thing. So we like to kind of climb through these caves. It's a little confusing, but there's a good route where you can get that seed, which you need later on, and then these other tablets here that you need. And so it's a nice little route to get all that. Going outside of this little curve is probably the most confusing thing. Alright, let's dump you and you. This little turn is probably the most confusing for people. I've gotten pretty used to it now, so it's not so bad, but it can be very confusing. It's probably one of the first things I had to practice, actually. But okay, I'm just kind of running along here now, so I'm just collecting a few things, so if you want to read off some more, there'll be a chance to read off some more donations at this point. Scanning, looking. Don't see anything on the surface. Can I get a gold? That's alright. Diamond I'm not as worried about. There's my gold, finally. Don't see anything there. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay, I thought I would have had too much. What do I gold though? And oh, I have an extra gold. I'll dump the extra gold. Actually, no, I'm gonna dump the lithium, actually. Gold harder to get. Yeah, so now I've got an extra gold, a diamond, and what else? Silver. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of our new temporary home base for a little while. Until we kind of get to the last final stages of the run. I like to kind of circle around so we don't get bit. At this point, we kind of care about health. They don't take a lot of health down, but they take some. And I want to make sure I've got full health, because I'm going to need it later on. I also build the solar first, so I have enough energy after I build the inside that I can go ahead and crack open that metal. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. Thought I saw something. I did. 5, 6,
Caution.
7,
Continuing
8.
of the Aurora's drive call.
There's the next trigger. This is at 2.5.
Continuing to monitor.
Okay, I got plenty. Yeah, so this time times 2 is when that final event's going to happen that I need it to happen on. So this is if you miss the first one, you have a chance to see it again here. Okay, we're going to go and build this. I'll dump some of this in here now while I'm waiting on this. I'm actually doing the wrong strat here. I normally don't want to do this strat. I'll actually do a different strat for the real run. That's a bit safer. So I'm going to do the risky one now because I forgot. Actually, I forgot to take my counts. Let's see, where am I at? 9? Looks like 9. I've got everything else. Okay, good. Let's go. So there's 2 strats. Like I said, I kind of forgot, so I'm going to do the wrong one. Not the wrong one. This is the faster one. But there's a slower strat where you can build a base down below and use it as a safety net, especially for nickel. So, nickel's kind of the main resource-wise game ender. Okay, hold on real quick. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. Wait, 14? Good. Let's go. Okay, also we're done. So we got everything there. Now we just need to get some Cyclops stuff. Too far away. Oops. Okay, we need 3 pieces. I'll go and grab an extra water. A lot of times you can get water. If not, there's another backup. I don't need a second water. I already got a ton from the other place, so we don't need another one. If you haven't noticed already, a lot of this run is just kind of keeping track of stuff and what you have and what you don't yet have. That's a lot of parts. Now what I need is 2 gel sacks. There's a few other places to get it. I'm not like, I wouldn't say nervous at this point, but I'm a little bit concerned. It's fine. It's just time wasting at this point. Wow, okay. I didn't mean to have that on the hold up. There's one of them. Okay, just need 1 more. They're kind of all throughout, so you just have to kind of scan till you see another one. If I end up only getting 1, it's not a huge deal. There's another chance to get some. Again, it just costs you time at this point. Everything just kind of costs you time whether you get it quickly or not. Okay, it's going to be stingy. That's okay. We'll make it work. Oh, never mind. We're good. That was 2 right here. Alright, go ahead and switch. We're going to need that oxygen to get to the surface. Okay. That's the second piece, or third piece that you need to construct the final thing. And I've got this lined up. Everybody does this differently, but I do mine this way. And then I head forward and I hold to go up at the same time, so I'm actually not going forward or up directly. I'm going more at an angle. This doesn't make you go faster. They still cap it at the sea glide speed, so the whole like angle movement doesn't work in this. It does in some of the vehicles, but it doesn't in this. But it gets the right direction that I need. Oh, I forgot to. I'm gonna skip that because I forgot to do that split. That's okay. But it gets the right angle that I need. So as soon as I get to the surface, I refill my oxygen, and I know I can go straight down from there. So that's what we're doing here. Okay. Yeah, so we got all the beginning stuff. We got all the lithium that we need. We got all the gold that we need, and the silver that we're going to bring back. You can bring back 5. It used to be only be 4, but I found a way that I no longer need the knife afterward, and so you will see that. There's a new quick death, and I'll explain that when we get there. Normally you need a knife to cut these shrooms. When you cut them open, it hurts you, and you needed that to die, so you can death warp back. Whoa, get off of me. That's never happened. Okay, I think I know where I'm at still. Wow, that was wild. Okay, I'm still right here. Okay, good. That was a big coincidence. I can't say I've done this like 100 times, but I've done this quite a few times. That has never happened. which honestly is kind of a good example of what this run's like. You can prep, and you're going to want to prep as much as you can, so you can really practice and know what you're doing, because you're going to constantly get curveballs thrown at you, and you still need to keep track of everything. Okay, what I'm glancing for right here is rubies. You need 2. You combine those with the 2 gel sacks, so you can make what's called aerogel, and you just do that for the very end. So I normally like to get to this ridge and right past it by the time I'm drowning, but we're a little bit late, but it's okay. You also wait for the screen to really darken all the way. You actually get 8 seconds, but the way the oxygen works is it's in 3-second intervals. You can see in the lower left, it ticks down 3 seconds at a time, not 1. So I just want to make sure it's dark enough that I'm past the 6-second mark, not the 8. And so I get a free 6 seconds. I'll do that again. That was that small tank that I built right before, as soon as I arrived. Not quite as soon as I arrived, but right before I left. I built that and headed out the door. That was that. So that gives me that much time down. It's actually only 30 seconds because the first 45 is yours. Actually, I think it takes from your tank first. So we're taking the 30 seconds of the tank first, then mine. You have 45 seconds naturally. And then, yeah, and so these ultra tanks give you a plus 90 seconds each, where the small ones only give you 30. So that's why they're worth building. As long as I get into the red, yeah, so I'm in the red before the 30-second mark, so I feel pretty good. See, there's the call out. When you're coming down, you do want to make sure that you're heading straight. Sideways, you don't travel as fast. And see, those things look a lot like nickel, so it's really hard to see them, so you have to kind of get used to it. Once you're used to spotting them, it's not so bad, but finding, you only need 3. That's all you need, but finding these 3 can be kind of a pain. I haven't found any yet. Just not, unfortunately, it's not that abnormal. Okay. You also don't wait too long because it starts to lag whenever you're dying, so you could lag out and then not actually switch your tank. So you got to be careful of that. 0 nickel. Yeah, this save is not great for nickel, but the other side I'm going to use is gonna make that okay, because I'm gonna put a base right here, and so I can actually go out, try to find some nickel, come back, and then I can use that to death warp back and come back with full health and full oxygen. So that'll be okay. You're gonna try to come say hi to me, so I need to get behind you. As long as you're behind her, you're okay. I think I'm okay. There we go. Yeah, so as long as you're on the back side, you're okay. And if you are more on the front, aim for the shoulder. That will generally make you safe. We'll see if this works. Like I said, I'm going to actually use a different strat if I end up doing this run. I just blinked and forgot. I'm still kind of practicing getting this down. Normally I want to grab all that kyanite I want to grab, but I'm running out of oxygen, so to be safe I'm going to jump inside here, get some more really quick, and I'll come back out. You need to grab at least 2. Okay, that should be enough oxygen. There's one here. I know I saw a bunch in here, I was hoping to see some more, but that's okay, I'll grab these. I need some of those later on anyway, so I'll go and grab that now. 1, 2, I thought I saw another one. Here you are. Okay, good. That'll hopefully help me out later on. Sorry, I thought my battery was on. Okay, that's the first dive. Did pretty good. Except for 0 nickel. That's a problem, which is why I'm going to do the safer strat and have the base there so I can search for as long as I need to. It'll just cost you more time. It also means that you can't grab as much on your way out, and you have to bring in 1 extra titanium, which I actually had, so I could have done it. And 1 extra quartz. That's what it cost you. And if you'll notice, I grabbed 3 things extra on the way out there. There was the silver, the diamond, and it was gold. That what I just grabbed there is the recipe for the ion batteries. You need that when you're building the rocket at the very end there. And you need this cube so you can open up the portal. And then I also don't want to forget, so I wait till this long straight away so I can make sure I switch to my tank and eat some medicine so I can have full oxygen. You can open up and not slow down when you're not in water. But once you're in water, opening up slows things down, so you always want to wait, if you can, and do things whenever you're running around. You only have a couple times to do that, but that's something you want to do. There's actually plenty of times in here where there's chances to read off donations and stuff. So we can easily inject those in wherever, but like this is another time we could do it too. I'm just grabbing this ion battery so I can build the other blue tablet, which I just collected. We need a second one. And yeah, so we're just going to go do that really quick. And we get to do part 2 of lava. And yeah, this one may end up turning into not being a submission if I end up dying. Just like I said, I'm not doing the safe strat, so we'll see. And if you don't get these, you can bring them back. You can get more later. And since the 2 converts into 1, it's not a big deal. That builds so fast you can run out the door and you'll still collect it. As long as you're still kind of like halfway in the hatch. I don't know where the exact cutoff is, but if you're on your way out the door, you'll still collect anything that the fabricator makes. If you make it all the way out the door, then you don't. It'll be sitting there waiting for you. And there's times where we want both. Like that one, I want to collect it. I need it on the way out. It's just, it builds so fast that you can do what you need and run out the door and you'll still get it. You also see that early on in the run too, like with the Sea Glide and the scanner. Similar there. But like later you'll see with ingots, I don't want to collect those. I just want those to build and I want to get out. So they can be waiting for me afterward and I don't have to wait for them to build. And I want to have that space so I can collect other things. Because again, most of this run is just collecting things and managing all the materials and building and everything. It's kind of a balance act. I also jump out on this other side. I don't know why others don't, to be fair. To me, it feels faster. Maybe they just don't like it. There's certain things I do that are probably slower just because of the way I like it, so it's probably has something to do with that. Kind of scanning for kyanite because I need it. Actually, I need just 2. I'm going to take a chance and hope that the 2 are out here. That's not always. I may have to run back. I'll go and grab you. There's plenty of chances for that. Crystallized sulfur is the last thing you're worried about as far as making sure to collect, because there's a bunch at the end. You'll see it later on. The main thing I'm worried about is health. I can quickly refill up on oxygen. Okay, here's 1. So this can really cost you time if the kyanite's not very friendly. Not as much as nickel, but okay, here it's on the backside here. Okay, so that's all we need of that. I'm going to refill on my oxygen really quick. And then hopefully we can find the 3 nickel that we need. You do want to be careful around this. One thing I've learned recently. I am full up, right? Yes, good. If you get too close to that, it can somehow think that you're inside the barrier as far as like you're now inside. So it thinks you're out of water, which means it'll start walking, even though you're not. And so you'll just fall down to the lava and just die. Which I ran into that bug recently. I didn't know that was a thing. Always learning new things about this game, I will say. Okay. Where are my potatoes? It's kind of funny when you're looking for them. They kind of look like potatoes. When you're doing a casual playthrough, you don't really use this very much. Here, but I don't see. There's one. See, that looks like a potato. That's one. Can we be friendlier? Even friendlier, please? I'm sure I've missed some too. They're easy to miss. Especially when you're out here, because they start to look. There's also silver on the sides, and that looks even more like nickel. That's a crystallized kyanite, I think. Yeah. I don't know where you are. But right now, I'm worried about other things. In fact, I'm gonna go do this. This is why this is not as safe, because now I'm out of medkits, and so there's no more chance of healing up. Here's one.
Local radiation readings.
That's the trigger that happens at T times 4. Can I get lucky with one more? So that's a silver. I don't see you anywhere. There's one. Okay, we can actually make this work. Like I said, I'll have a base there so I can be able to respawn with full health and oxygen, so this won't be an issue. I just have to bring a couple of extra things with me, which I forgot to do. Okay, and how are we doing? I'll go and switch. I think we're good there. I need just 2 more of the crystallized sulfur. This little buddy can sometimes come down here with you. It doesn't happen very often, but it is something to watch out for. I've actually died that way. Or also come very close to dying. So I think she's trying to. Yes, she tried to, but she just didn't quite make it. Normally I've got all my crystallized sulfur at this point. It's making me slightly nervous. There's one. I need 1 more though. Why are you down here? See, I told you, she likes to come down here sometimes before you. Ooh, luckily got behind her. Told you. Something to watch out for. Are you going to leave me alone now, or are you going to go back home? Because I don't want to fight 2 of you at the same time. Are you serious? Okay, she's finally going home. I don't know where the other one went. Hopefully away. The fun of the lava dive.
I am what you seek.
Okay, I think we're good.
Help.
Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump down a little bit here because I got a little bit too much health. I'm not gonna do the full top though because I'm scared. And I can always correct it later, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's don't forget to redo our health there. Or oxygen, I mean. Yeah, as you can see, I'm way behind because I had to search a lot for nickel.
Translating local alien broadcast.
But we're done.
Warning, vaccine development program terminated.
That's the main run killer.
Manufacturing project terminated. Live specimens terminated.
We actually read off some more stuff
Evacuate immediately.
if you want while we're waiting on this. There's a lot of waiting right now. Tap the bottom to trigger this. Okay.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone.
Yeah, the Emperor likes to talk, and she won't let you go until you've talked a little bit.
Now they're gone. And instead,
So all we're doing now is running around and grabbing the couple of ion cubes that are in
we
here,
are curious
as well as the last
whether
piece
you
for the
swim
hatching
with
enzyme.
the current or fight against it as they
And then
did.
unlock a portal for the way back. So that's all we're doing now. And it's still to regain health, but we're going to use the lack of health later on. This is another spot where you can get some gel sacks too. So if we didn't get any, this is another chance. A lot of people like to crack open one of these other ones. I like to wait. It's always felt a little awkward to me.
Reason unknown. The plant life in this area is growing outside its normal
This is what I like to
conditions.
get.
Other life forms fertilizing
Feels on the way.
and improving the vegetation may be offsetting
probably worse.
this environmental deficit.
But it's not a huge time sink either way. Over there is some acid mushrooms, so if you get too much health, once you pop out of there, that's the best time to cut them. It costs you about 10 seconds. I went and tested it. That's the best time to go get it. So, now that's power. She's willing to come over here and open this up. So you just want to be around this. I don't know exactly where the trigger is, so I just kind of go back and forth. One of the things I haven't studied and figured out
My
yet.
young need to hatch.
There she
to
goes.
play
Okay, now she's coming over.
outside this place.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch my tank.
So long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked
Tap her
them
nose.
for this
She'll
proof,
wrap it open pretty quickly.
but they could not hear me.
Oop, I'm behind. I'm in front of it.
If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to
Yeah, so you
take.
need to blow away the sand. So you can open that up. This is the other portal back to kind of your second base here. And then we're going to go ahead and drop this because we need the room. And we'll pick it back up later.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first
I
they
need the
must feel
seeds.
the time is right.
So I can
and
build that.
break
And now I
free
can
their
collect
shells.
everything else.
This is what the others could not force from me.
And now that I've already got the cutter back so it's in the right spot, I can drop this as well as the knife. So now we're done with the knife now. So normally you'd have to keep it for later on, but this is where I figured out you can drop that now. So there's my tank. I'll grab that on the way back. I don't quite have enough room for it yet, but I will once I drop the enzyme. It looks like I'm really low on battery, which I kind of am, to be honest. I might have to do a switch. I don't really want to, so I'm going to wait until it actually ends. Usually I don't have to hunt around quite that much, and so I usually don't worry about battery like other people do, because I stretch this one out, generally. And if it's like that bad, that's generally a bad run anyway, so it's not worth it. And your backup is you can just swap to another battery to use for the Sea Glide, so it's not a huge deal. Oh, how can I not? What's going on here? Oh. Oh. I didn't know I got 5 of those. Yeah. These little babies here like to come play with you. Sometimes I like to get right in front of your screen. But we're just waiting for this. So you can go ahead and read off. This will be another time to read off some donation stuff. Okay, now that we're cured up, we're going to go and shut down the weapon, and then we're just going to go finish the run. The hard part is done. I think I got enough health. I can do one of the risky jumps. But if I miss it, I'll do longer ways around. Oof. Okay, I need to still practice that. I've been practicing a little bit. I need to get better at it. That's another risky jump, but that one I'm a lot more consistent at. There we go. So that's the path I've figured out that I like for myself. I think it's the same or similar to everybody else's, so I figured it out and then I realized that was weird. This is the jump I'm not good at. It's that one right there. Getting better at it. But I thought I figured it out, and then I went and watched newer speedruns, and they do it like I do it now. The old way was actually slower. That was the original way that I learned. You go like a longer route, and I found that one, and then I realized I just re-figured out what other people did. It still feels cool. It's like, hey, I thought I found something newer, and yeah, the people beat me to the punch, which is totally fine. It kind of makes me think that, hey, I'm doing all right with this. Okay, now that we got everything, can I die? Nope, not enough. So that's where I would normally take a little bit more risk, but luckily I found this little thing right here. So not a huge time. So I think it's 10 seconds. I think that costs you to do a full jump, and you take away about 17 health. I think. I have to relook at my notes. I've done a lot of testing, but yeah. Okay, so here we go. I do want to swap this so I can keep that tank full. Right now, so now I'm just the original 45 seconds. That's already on you always. So I'm saving that tank, and it'll refill when I'm inside here. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm gonna dump the 4 kyanite and everything else, and then I want this 1 battery. And now I'm gonna swap it, and now I'm gonna dump everything else in here, and then I've got 4 and 5. Oh, okay. I don't actually need anything else. That's perfect, actually. I got lucky then. And then before I leave, I am going to jump around for a little bit more of the teeth, hopefully. Hopefully they already dropped some. Hey buddy, do you want to mess around with this maybe? Some more over here. Don't see any teeth. Hey buddy. I don't see any teeth over there either. Now it's blowing up. See, it's 46. So that's the 9 and some change plus, or times 5, or that 23 at the 2.5 mark. Where did you take this? Here's 1.
9, 8, 7, 6.
It's about to get a little bit harder to see stuff, but I'm just doing this for the teeth.
3, 2.
There's the shakes, and then there's the blur. Not doing too good on teeth, but that's okay. That's just more of a little bit of a time sink. It's not a huge deal.
Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity.
Hey, buddy.
Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
You can bite me if you want. I don't really care. What I really care about is teeth.
Acquired. For your convenience, the radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
Yeah, so they've moved a lot, but they're just not dropping any teeth. It's okay. We're just going to spend a little extra time to try to get them to do that. Okay, we got 2 doggos here now, so that should actually generate a lot more. And I don't really need a refill inside of here, as I'm curious. Okay, I don't have any teeth yet, so I still need all 4. So hopefully that helps. I have 2 more chances to make teeth, so not a huge deal, but we're definitely getting a little bit more on the time crunch. Yeah. So now I'm just swimming away. I'm just trying to grab a bunch of metal. That's it. So now would be a good time to read some more things off. Cool thing is I did find out a new strat. Well, I already did a new strat called the empty tank strat. That's why I don't need the knife. But on top of that, because of that, I didn't realize until I tested it some more, I can actually grab 6 metals on the way back. I thought it was only 5. On top of that, there's actually a way to do 7. I have 3? Okay. 6. I'm not going to do it. It's a little bit riskier. And there's a lot more juggling that you have to do. But you can bring back 7. It's kind of neat. It's kind of a fun find. I'm usually out here before this is nighttime, so this is a little bit weird, but I'm just looking for the shipwreck. There it is. This little corner here kind of lines you up, and then you can see this peak. There's about to be a new peak right here. There it is. And so this little right side of it, just above that, is where you're headed. At least that's the way I do it. But yeah, so it involves like dropping a metal, building a base, and then just right along the way, we're gonna need one of those. And then you do everything that you need, you come back, and then as you're destroying the base, or building the base, you grab it, and then as you're destroying the base, you also have to drop your other tank. It's this whole juggle that you have to do. So that's why I don't like to do it. It also means that you can't do other things at the same time. There's my red thing, there it is. And we're going up. I'm gonna go ahead and swap. That's why I swapped early, so I had extra oxygen for this moment here. And then I'm doing that same diagonal trick again to line myself up. This one's not near as strict, because the more I go forward, the kind of better anyway. Like I said, I do like to be here not at nighttime. It's harder to find fragments if the shipwreck is a little stingy, but it's fine. The cool thing is even though casual playthrough, you never use this mini-map. In the real runs, I actually do use it. So I can see that archway, so I know where I'm at. So I'm going to be right after this dip here. There it is. Okay. I thought I saw you. Okay, that's 0 and 1 when it comes to the fragments. Don't see anything yet, okay. Bridge is generally harder to get, so I'm actually happier to get bridge. Oops. Okay, 1 and 1. 1 and 2, that's good. Is that something over there? No, it's not. Oops. So this should be all of the hull, so now I just need 1 more bridge. It's actually really good. In fact, it's so good, I'm gonna kind of glance around, but mostly go up and look, because generally you can find at least 1 piece of stuff in here. This is a new strat I learned about. You can actually tap this. So you're kind of doing an animation cancel here. And so you get to start the next piece while the other, and kind of cut the old one off. This is what I like to do differently, is I like to look before I go in. And normally, I like to do the same thing inside of here too, so that I can swim out while it's examining this new chip that you need, which is for the shield. And that you can only build with the Cyclops, which is why you even have to buy the Cyclops at all, is just for that. But anyway, yeah, so I come here, get the 3. Now I'm heading back. Nope, not yet. I want to go to 0 first if I can. Now that it's 0. See, that almost glitched out on me. Luckily, I've encountered that before, so I kind of know how to get rid of it. That's the danger of waiting.
Oxygen production offline.
Okay, so that's the death warp that we're doing here. You have to enter the base. That becomes your new primary base. The last one you've entered is your primary. Once it's destroyed, or sorry, when you die, you go back to your primary base. If your primary base is destroyed, like I just destroyed that hatch, it's no longer considered a base anymore. So then it has to go back to your default location, which is your life pod, where you originally started the game. So that's what that's for. Normally, whatever you collect, most of it you drop whenever you die. You'll keep a tiny bit of it. But I figured out that, so there's certain items you don't drop. Purple tablets are one of them. Basically key items. Sorry, at this point in time I drop this, and then I do, actually I'm not going to do it quite as risky, but normally I drop it then. I'll do it right here. So as I'm drowning, 2, 3, got it. I'm clicking those 4. Those ion cubes also count as a key item, so that's why you can grab them at the end and die immediately after. That's the empty tank strat, is just swapping to an empty tank and immediately drowning. So that's why I don't need the knife anymore to die. Now you'll see I still got those. I'm going to go and drop this because I don't need this anymore. And what I am looking for, though, is metal. So that's 7. That should be all I can fit. Yes, it is. Perfect. I also don't need you either. You can go away. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and look for some teeth, please. Did y'all grab any? I do need 6 when I go back inside. Wow, y'all are being really stingy when it comes to the teeth right now. There's your doggos. Hey, buddy. Yes, please. Yeah, so you're both here. This is not really dropping much teeth for some reason. Oh, there's one tooth. I see it. Okay, I got 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, please make some more teeth. I only need 5 of those at the very end, so it's not a huge deal. Like, there's more than 5 out there, so I'm not too worried about that. The rest of the metal we're going to get somewhere else. Another benefit of building 2 ingots very early on is that instead of needing 10, I only need 2. So anyway, so we're going to scoop up all this. There's one of those, not whatever I just grabbed. And both of those. Well, we'll figure out what it is later and drop it off. So now I was building a lot of endgame stuff. We got the ion, so everything, so we can build all these batteries. As well as that, I need 2 of these, all 3 of these, and 1 of those. And so now I can build these larger power cells. Once I've got all of those, I can then take that out pretty easily, and I can build my radiation suit. So drop you off, you, that's what I didn't need. And 1 of you. I think that's everything. Okay, good. I'm gonna go and build 1 of these now, just because. Why not? And then I'm gonna build you. And the emulsion here. And I'm gonna go look one more time for some teeth and jump them around. Again, you get plenty of times to do this, so. In Glitchless, it's not near as a problem. Oh, sorry, dang it, you're about to drop me over there, grab some. Here you go, buddy. Grab 1 of those. I did not mean to steal that from you. I didn't even see you there. Okay, good, yeah, keep doing stuff, buddy. Crack anymore? Nope. Okay. Well, there's at least a lot of doggos, so hopefully that'll be alright. Actually,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
normally I would build more stuff here. Do I want to? Actually, yeah, I do. What am I doing? Sorry, this is the time I would actually normally grab 5 more. Kind of reluctant, though. Let's see, how do I have left if I grab 5? 3. There's still kind of plenty left. There's another one. Actually, there's a lot of metal here, so I'm actually not as worried. Okay, I'll go ahead and build it. I grabbed something I didn't want. You, apparently. There's 1 more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 5. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and build the last stuff now. This is costing a lot of time, but
Detecting increased
I'm just really trying to get
bacterial levels
them to
in
build.
water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
Yeah. I actually purposely grabbed the vehicle bay first, because when you grab the propulsion, it's really annoying. But I don't actually need it. And normally, actually no, I would do this, sorry. There we go. And then I'm going to build this on my way out the door. The funny thing is, if you build a mobile vehicle bay and then you take it outside, even if later on you put it up, it will continually tell you that you want to deploy it, and it's just text across the screen, which is really annoying. So if you ever forget and bring it outside, you get to look at that until you finally deploy it. A little bit low on my battery there. I could go ahead and switch it now for the propulsion cannon. I'm not too worried about it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it, actually. There we go. Does this have it now? Okay, it does. Okay. Then up here, there's a way of bringing back 8 metal. The 8th one you have to kind of dance a little bit. That's all right. How are we doing on metals? Okay, I'm gonna grab this one first. Too bad you didn't drop a tooth right there. That'd have been amazing. Every now and then you get weird lucky like that. Okay, that's 3. 5. I'm just grabbing metals. I'm gonna do a quick little swap and a death warp setup. So if you want to read something else off, this is a good time to do it. This is what I was talking about, where you can, once you build that, you now have enough room to grab this. So that's why you want to build the base right next to your 8th piece that you need.
Power only. Oxygen production
So you can just,
offline.
and you still have enough room to collect the 3 pieces. So you don't have to like remove them. It's, if you don't have enough room, then each time you remove a piece from the hatch, you have to open up your thing, dump it, come back. It takes too much time. But that one, you just build the base right next to your 8th piece and you're good to go. Okay, so we've seen 2 more teeth. We have another shot when we come back. But yeah. Other than that, we're doing really good. There is actually something I've planned out. If you're waiting on the blow up, you can actually build that base right next to this and just keep dying over and over again, coming back with full health and everything. And then this is right there. That one piece is why you need the propulsion cannon. But anyways, what I was saying is, if you don't have the radiation suit, you can actually complete this without it. You need a minimum of 3 medkits. A 4th one makes it really easy and safe, where the 3 is not as much. But this is really only required if, again, it's either a late trigger time, you're trying to make it work, or maybe you're just so fast that, you know, whatever. But we haven't got to that step yet. That's kind of partly not so bad. My step up here is actually a little bit slower, I think, than others, but it's the one that I can get consistently, so that's why I do it. And I'm purposely running into fire because I'm trying to lower my health as much as I can, because I want to die once I collect this. But I need to get the Neptune. I'm gonna go and get the ship. I normally don't get it because I don't like it. The lightning, I jump because the lightning kills you faster, and I want to die faster, so. Only 2 minutes behind my PB, so we're actually not doing too bad here. Actually, I don't need to do this, do I? Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to having that Aurora ship, but I went ahead and grabbed it because I know that people like it. Otherwise, I normally don't grab it. Okay, I just need 1 more metal. And a chance for some teeth here. Just want 2. 2 teeth is all I want. Okay, there's a doggo there. Buddy, come get some. They usually drop it whenever they pick things up. dump it over there. You're taking him this way? Okay, buddy, you keep doing that. Just kind of glitched out. But you can just kind of keep bouncing him. So he'll keep taking him over there, and hopefully I'll drop him at some point. You don't really want to get too close to him, because then he'll try to attack you, and that's not what I want. I want him to try to make some teeth. So we're just kind of waiting on that a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and make and do some more stuff. Okay, I'm full up. Hopefully I'll make 2 more teeth by the time I'm done with this. It's actually being really stingy with the teeth. They usually aren't this stingy when it comes to the teeth, but sometimes. Yeah, I actually have too much, but because material is constantly being built, you're kind of bouncing it off. And so I can actually basically hold more than I have, because the fabricators are holding it for me as inputs and outputs until I've had a chance to convert them down into titanium ingots. That's whenever things slow down a lot. I need you. 4. You, and I'll build a second one. I need more 4 of those. And then out the door, I'm going to grab you. And you. Let's go. One thing I like about my base being this close is I can go straight up, basically, for this. So again, I'm not used to having that aurora. Oh, did I grab the wrong thing? I must have. What did I grab? Nothing. Oh, I forgot to. That's what it is. I forgot to grab it. That's a silly mistake. Like I said, there's a lot to keep track of. And I'm waiting for teeth anyway, so it's not a huge deal. I will do this, though. Get off of there. Okay. 2 more teeth. Normally I can build the rest that I need and head out the door just as that is finishing. So like all these metals I don't need, so I had way extra. So I had 5 extra, 6, 7, 8. This is why I don't get that 7th metal. Are there more doggos over here? There are more doggos over here. Can y'all try to make me some teeth, buddy? I was hoping they would make me some too, but they didn't, did they? Man, you are all being stingy. I don't think I've ever seen them this stingy before. Yep, see, there he goes. There's one. Just need one more. They usually make a noise whenever one of their teeth falls out. There it is. Got it. Let's go. I guess heard a 5th one just now. Sometimes it's really quiet. Sometimes it's a bit louder. Okay, so that's a huge time sink. And then I want to grab this and leave some of those so I can get that going. Okay, now we're just kind of finishing everything else. So we're going to collect everything that we need. Start this last one. That should be the end of it. Oh, except for I forgot to do this. That's okay. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now you finally get to see the ending. That was with really bad teeth. But that's okay. It's going to cost me another... It probably cost me like 2 minutes probably. But not terrible. Okay, so then we're going to do... Start that off. Come on. And what's cool about this setup too is that because I have so much, I actually cannot pick this up. So I'm never worried about that. I only try to head to the front just so I don't spin it. I actually got decently consistent with spinning it. The only problem is sometimes I spin it too well, and if you spin it all the way backward, you can't build a Cyclops. So then you do have to drop a few things, pick it up, turn it around, drop it back down. If you do it fast enough, it doesn't actually hurt you because you're waiting on this stuff anyway. But actually, no, it does because you need this to be finished. So no, it does just hurt you. But yeah, so first I thought like, hey, I finally found a consistent way for this to work. So once that drops, this is ready to go right after. And I built this just so I need it for the very end, so that's why you can kind of build a Cyclops whenever you want. You need one of those, and then there's that. So, and Ion Cache, you saw me get that one recipe, that was for that. And I built this whole thing because that's the only builder that can build that shield. So, people in the community recognize that, like, yeah, the Cyclops, anytime there's like a rule, like, no vehicles, no whatever, it's always, yeah, except for Cyclops, but you can't use it. Because everyone knows that you need it for the shield. Okay, I'm having about the 20 mark. There we go. Let's put you back on. So now we're just waiting. Ah, I didn't make it. You can make it all the way up on there sometimes. So should be pretty soon. There it is. That corner you can't jump over, but this one you can. I'm not sure why they built it that way, but they did. But that can kind of snag you up because you think you can jump over, but you can't. But the darker gray one you can. All right, now we're just gonna turn everything on, and we are done with this one. Whoa, that was weird. What was that?
Neptune 1 rocket online.
Still, honestly, with all the slowdowns, it's not a terrible run, to be honest. It sounds funny, but it's really not.
Hydraulics.
This beats my second best time. Just kind of shows you how variable everything is. And so if you have things kind of work out like the nickel and the teeth and stuff, like
Primary
that's how you get really, really good
systems
times.
active.
Alright, we are going off at nighttime. That's interesting.
Life support systems online.
Alright, and we just wait for this to click open.
All systems
And that's
on.
it. That's the whole thing. Okay. Like I said, this is the run that I would do, with one difference, which I
Ready to
mentioned
launch
earlier
on
on.
your command, Captain.
It would be the to bring a base down below, so it's way safer, and I can hunt for nickel and have plenty of oxygen and health, so that wouldn't be an issue. But otherwise, this is it. This is the run.
2, 1.
Obviously, I would do more practice. Always doing more practice. I've changed a lot of things up. I'm trying to not do that right now, so I can really ingrain things. Yeah, this is the run. This is the exact run I did when I got my 104, my sub 105, basically. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and pause that because it gets really loud. Yeah, this is it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed yourself, and yeah, I will see y'all next time. I'm gonna quit out here though. 51. All right. Bye bye.